One of our students, a junior, who just spent a lot of time in Scotland and was enamored and came and regaled us with all these wonderful stories about Scotland. And I'm going to introduce her uncle, Joel Tyner. I think it's only fitting that family should introduce family. So I introduce Ms. Katie Tyner.
Thank you, Professor. So Democrat Joel Tyner has been elected to the Dutchess County Legislature 8 times.
Here,
The first time being in 2003. He is an indefatigable advocate of the people and works passionately to make continued progress on issues such as environmental care and sustainability, income inequality, single-payer health care, and access to education. His current project is assembling a small business new economy task force for Dutchess County. So now I'd like to introduce Joel Tyner.
Thank you, Katie, and thank you, everybody. So I've been an activist for 25 years, county legislator in Dutchess County for 2 towns, Rhinebeck and Clinton, this is my 15th year in a row, God help us all. And yeah, so this is the first time I've ever put together a PowerPoint. I've been already teased this weekend that it's not really a PowerPoint, it's a slideshow. So we'll just call it a slideshow. It's a little bit of overkill. You can throw the rotting fruits and vegetables at me. There's over 100 slides. And I've been told I only have about 20-25 minutes to speak, and I also got here late. So I'm going to go boom, 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 rapid fire. My main objective, my main goal is to try to stimulate some stuff. I don't hope to convince you guys of everything, but I think there might be some stuff here you might be interested in. I've never even used one of these before, so forgive me. This is my favorite new economy graphic. You can see I use it in the petition. It's from, I think, Dollars and Cents. So I just found this yesterday. This is from the Democracy Collaborative website. Jeremy Corbyn and the Labour Party in England are real excited about Preston in England, and they're doing sort of a really ramped up version of, in Cleveland, they call it LOIS, locally owned import substitution, where the anger institutions, instead of purchasing a lot of stuff from outside Preston or from outside Cleveland, redirecting and refocusing that. It's a real thing that you may want to consider here in Middletown with Wesleyan, where I don't know how much money is spent by this university on stuff outside the community, but it's something worth looking at. This is from the Democracy Collaborative again, 8 basic principles. I hope you all agree with those principles. We don't even have time to look at them, but just check out the Democracy Collaborative. It's one of the best places to go to on this stuff. This is from the Business Alliance for Local Living Economies. I think they have a new website, bealocalist.org. And again, just talks about all the exciting different things, possibilities for the new economy, how everything can be linked. Yeah, I hate him. I hope you hate him too. And if you use Amazon, please start considering boycotting Amazon. The inequality wealth in this country is pretty bad. So no more Amazon Prime for any of you, sorry. And this is, there's lots of different charts and graphs, but what is it, about $48 versus $14 versus $1? You know, just putting a number on the multiplier effect if you have a good, vibrant local economy. Again, you know, if you try to stay away from supporting the change and supporting the local independent businesses, it's good for everybody. Just one more. Believe it or not, I had 4 more like this. I was just having a little bit too much fun creating this. A lot of my slides are taken from Michael Schumann. If you don't do anything else, buy this book. I just got this book this weekend. He's actually going to be calling into my radio show, which is WHVW.com. It's the last slide on the PowerPoint, Saturday mornings. But this man is an absolute freaking genius when it comes to local economy innovation. So I stole this slide from his PowerPoint. And so 8 years ago, Harvard, and basically found out that it helps the local economy in different ways to lower poverty and to lower unemployment. This dude, I don't know if I can pronounce his name, Anil Rupa Singha, 5 years ago came out with this report again, we're not just talking about business, we're talking about you actually lower poverty, lower the unemployment rate, the more locally owned businesses you have. Yeah, just a little reminder of how bad things are. I just thought I'd throw these in here to the presentation, just a little impetus to keep us focused. In Connecticut, what is it? 42 times the richest 1% compared to the bottom 99%? You should be ashamed of yourselves. Just joking. You guys are actually better than New York State, where I'm from. Sorry, full disclosure, my niece warned me that there were a lot of fellow Bernie lovers in here, so I threw in a couple Bernie slides, and yeah, just in case you forgot how bad the wealth inequality is. This is really important, one of the most important things in the presentation. LOIS, L-O-I-S, locally owned import substitution. Plugging the leaks. The money that we spend, that people individually spend, that institutions and businesses and municipalities spend, that flows out of the economy, that's subsidizing corporations that are owned outside the community, that's bad news. And so at the very end of the presentation, you'll see what I'm doing about it. But I think next is Cleveland. Yeah, this is also from the Democracy Collaborative. It's sort of like a smaller version of that second slide we saw about Preston, England. And what they did back in, 2009, 2010 in Cleveland, is they brought together the hospitals, the universities, the colleges, the big institutions, the major employers, academia, government, the big players, and they said, listen, Cleveland is a hollowed out urban core. We're spending too much money, where the universities and the hospitals are sending out their laundry. There's got to be something we can do about it. So they launched Evergreen Cooperatives. If you go to evergreencooperatives.com, it explains it, but I'm talking about people making $15 an hour where the workers are owners of, and they're doing the work that used to be done by businesses that got the business of hospitals and universities in Cleveland. Like for instance, the laundry. The worker-owned cooperative that they launched is now taking care of those needs from those anchor institutions. Urban Hydroponics, a solar installation firm, $15 an hour union benefits. This is a publication. And yeah, it's just, I can't stop talking about it. It's been written about in the nation. So, worker-owned cooperatives. I think this slide is like a year or two old, but spreading like wildfire, not spreading quickly enough. And I would humbly submit to you that they can help in Rochester and in Middletown and all over. This is one of the most exciting things, a market-driven community cooperatives corporation that they launched in Rochester. It's not just a feasibility analysis, they launched it. And they're helping to grow worker-owned cooperatives there. The Democracy Collaborative has their hands all over this again. Another great place to go to for new economy analysis ideas, the Institute for Local Self-Reliance. You can see that businesses are starved for when they need access to capital. That podcast is amazing. Stacy Mitchell's done a lot of work on this for small business, also looking at Amazon. This is actually legislation that's been proposed in New York City. It hasn't passed yet, but me being